Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to distill the sources and get right to the core knowledge. And today, we're looking at a really potent configuration. Aries ascendant, that's Mesha with the sun Surya, exalted right there in the first house. A blueprint for authority.
It absolutely is. I mean, this setup represents a peak of vital strength. You've got the sun exalted, that's its absolute highest point of vitality, and it's sitting right in the house of self. It just maximizes the person's, inherent authority, their life force, that self-defining intensity. It's often called the chart of a natural king or queen.
Right. So our mission today is to really understand that identity, figure out the destiny that flows from it, and importantly, pinpoint the crucial challenges that come with holding so much internal power.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is the synergy right at the foundation. You have Aries, first sign, fire sign, ruled by Mars, the warrior. It sets this intensely action-oriented, I am kind of tone.
Very assertive.
Extremely. And then the sun, which we know is the Atmakaraka, the indicator of the soul itself, sitting right there. It basically means the whole life path is geared towards assertive self-realization, towards leadership.
Okay, you mentioned the Atmakaraka, the soul indicator, but the sources also link the sun pretty strongly to the fifth house, the house of intellect, creativity, and also past life merit, Purva Punya. So how does having the Lord of Merit sitting right there in the house of identity create such a powerful combination? What's the mechanism?
Well, that's precisely why this is so unique. The fifth lord in the first house, that connection, is the foundation of a really potent Raja Yoga, a royal combination.
Right, Raja Yoga.
So this isn't just, surface level confidence. It's more like destiny meeting identity head on. It grants a kind of inherent status, a profound clarity of purpose. In real life, you see these individuals just radiate conviction. They often seem destined for high status roles, pioneering fields, government, maybe defense, places needing strong leadership.
Okay, but with that level of innate confidence, that power, how do the sources talk about the ego? Where does powerful self-definition cross the line into, well, arrogance?
That's the dual edge, exactly. That immense solar energy is fantastic, but it needs managing. It can very easily tip over into what's called ahankara, the negative side of ego. You might see dominance, a quick temper, sometimes a tendency towards, the texts call it pomp and show.
Pomp and show, meaning?
Meaning they might seek immediate, almost loud recognition for their good deeds, rather than just letting the action speak for itself. A need for applause, perhaps.
And relationally, I imagine that king's authority gets projected outwards. The sun aspects the seventh house, doesn't it? The house of partnership.
Precisely. It casts a direct aspect there. So the person, often subconsciously, projects their full authority onto their spouse or partner. They can be naturally drawn to dominating the relationship dynamic. And this, well, it frequently causes friction. You see ego clashes, power imbalances, sometimes quite severe ones in marriage.
So if this placement is like a blueprint for royalty, the sources seem to suggest this success, the actual manifestation of that royalty, isn't guaranteed. It's not automatic. What's a critical dependency?
Yeah.
What has to be in place for this exalted potential to really materialize properly?
It hinges almost entirely on the condition of the chart ruler, the lagna lord, which for Aries is Mars. The warrior needs to be strong. Think about it. If the sun is exalted, full of potential, but Mars is weak, maybe debilitated, poorly placed canto, the person has this destiny for greatness, this inner fire, but they lack the stability, the follow-through, the groundedness to actually execute it.
Ah, I see. So potential without the means to enact it.
Exactly. And that gap leads to immense frustration, psychological turmoil, anger issues, because the inner reality just can't manifest externally. The king has no effective army, so to speak.
Okay, let's ground this even more. How do the sources connect this intense psychological, energetic signature directly to physical health, to daily life?
It's quite direct. You've got the warrior fire of Mars combining with the intense solar fire of the sun. In Ayurvedic terms, this leads to a significant pitta imbalance. Too much fire element.
And pitta imbalance manifests as?
Things like headaches, migraines even, acidity, potentially high blood pressure fluctuations, even being somewhat accident-prone. The body is essentially giving physical feedback.
Feedback for what?
For unmanaged ego and temper. Those health issues become signals that the internal fire isn't being channeled constructively. It's burning inwards, causing problems.
So the remedy isn't just popping a pill.
It's practical self-mastery. It's about learning to balance that intense inner fire with qualities like humility, patience, conscious awareness. Practices like meditation are often recommended, or specifically reciting the Aditya Hridayam Stotra, a hymn to the sun god, is seen as vital for channeling this energy constructively. Ultimately, the life mandate here seems to be about self-realization through wielding authority responsibly. The highest challenge isn't really getting the power, it's often inherent, but converting that intense personal power into conscious service rather than letting it become self-glorification.
Okay, that's a powerful summary. So here's a final thought to leave you with. If the body and mind are so directly linked to the ego for this specific placement, what are maybe the smallest daily habits, the tiny actions that could serve as your Mars strength? How can you ensure the King the Sun channels that incredible power effectively, remaining on the throne without, becoming a tyrant? Something for you to explore.